Hello crafters, I'm James Hembrow here from Creative Expressions and welcome to this week's treasure chest, and we've got an amazing deal for you. As always, if you've seen me before you know it's going to be a great offer. We're getting loads of you tuning in now, so thank you very much for watching me, and thanks for subscribing and also hitting those bells for your reminders for notifications, because every week I'll be coming to you with a really special offer across all of the social media sites. So if you want to shop ahead of us, if you use the link below in the comments area in the description, you'll see the link to the Creative Expressions website for this week's bundle. So I'm giving you the heads up because you can go there, have a look at it, see what I'm going to show you in a few seconds, and click that one button. Everything will go in your basket. You get the whole bundle for the amazing offer price. And I'm going to explain that to you right now. So let's have a little look at what is in this week's treasure chest. So easiest way I'm going to describe this is, I think we're a nice tropical safari holiday, and we've got some great Cosmic Shimmer products to work with this, and an amazing range of dies, stamps, and stencils across the range from Sue herself. So I'm going to tell you what the RRP of all of this is. This RRP for everything in front of you is £60.49 for the regular RRP prices. Now, if I said to you that if you thought, I love lines, I love big cats, we all do, we all love our cats. If you wanted that die and that stamp that work together, which I will show you, those two are £25.49 RRP. It's about £15.50 for this one, I think £9.99. So £25, just over £25 for the two. Now, if I told you you can have those two, and all of this in front of me, this other die, two stencils, and these intensive pigment stains for less than the price of these two items, you think that's a fantastic deal. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do for this treasure chest this week. This entire collection is just $19.99. That's the offer price via that link below onto the Creative Expressions website. So you're going to pay less than these two items, but we'll give you all of this together. So in effect, have these for just $19.99. Get everything else for free. That's another way of looking at it. But basically, all of that, $19.99. So it's an amazing offer. And I think it's great to have some really different dies that aren't necessarily going to say, oh, that's for birthdays, that's for weddings. It's just nice to have something a little bit special in your craft stash that you can drag out, use maybe for holidays and scrapbooking. And getting them at this great price just means that you can give it a go and add those to your collection at a fraction of the price. So let me show you exactly what you can do. Let me share some cards with you. I better show you what you're getting first, actually. I've gotten so carried away with the price. It is a great price, though, for these sort of unusual dies. So I love this. This is the Giraffe die from Sue's Safari collection. It shows inspiration of what you can do with them. It's a one die, one cut, and it will cut loads of embossed and de-embossed details in it. The line is exactly the same, and these are huge dies. I mean, they are big bits of metal across there. I mean, we're looking at just over 12 centimeters across. So what's that in inches? Nearly 4 3/4 inches across there, sort of roughly, just to give you an idea of how large these are. They are big centerpieces. Again, loads of inspiration inside the packaging there from Sue. Now, the line also comes with the matching rubber stamp. Now, these are made in-house by us here at Creative Expressions, and they are grey rubber, loads of deep embossing. It means that you can use them with hot products and UT. They're a bit more, you can try lots of different techniques than you can over the clear stamps. They do come with a backing paper on them because they are cling mounted. So they have got this foam backing ready to go onto your stamp platform. You will need to peel that off first. So if you try and stick that on regularly, it will drop off. But as soon as you peel that backing off, that's your magical cling background there with the foam padding. You can see how deeply etched these stamps are. They are thick, deep stamps. It gives you a great impression with plenty of cushioning there to get a good stamp. So never overlook rubber stamps because they really are quite different in the finish you get with them. We've got two really large stencils here. We've got a 7x7 stencil, Tropical Leaves by Sue there, and another 7x7, which you can see, which is a safari landscape. We'll have a look at those in a minute. And also two intense pigment stains. And they are exactly what they say on the bottle. They are two very intense stains, pigment-based. And this is a rich crimson, and this one is a sunflower yellow that we've got. I've picked out those two. Now, those two Great on their own, but obviously mixing together, you're going to get your oranges, and they give some really nice safari colors and sunset colors, which we will have a look at in a moment. And they're kind of an ingredients, if you like. These are a bit of the main ingredients with your Cosmic Shimmer products. You can mix with other products. So we'll have a look at these just a moment. They're 19 ml each, but you need the smallest amount because they are so strong, the pigmentation. So let's have a little look at what you can do with all of these goodies in front of you. Here's some inspiration from Sue. So this is just a few photos of some of the cards that Sue's kindly put together using this. So this is the giraffe die cut that we've got there. We've got the lion die cut with the stamp as well on a really nice background, which is great. It's just some ideas of what you can use using some of these products along with some others. Maybe bring the stencil into play with the giraffe. You've got that lovely stenciled leaf background there from the tropical leaves, or the other stencil background that we've got there with the lion. The great thing is with these dies, you can actually cut them away from their frames and just have the heads on their own, as well as having them set within the circle. They look really magnificent either way. There's one with a giraffe, lovely coloured up with a nice embossing photo. So a nice little tiny card there, works really well. There's one with the giraffe, again, just mounted using that frame, cut out, just do a bit of matte layering on it, just create a bit of dimension. You've got another lovely one here with the giraffe, again, mounted on some of Sue's other background dies. I think they just look absolutely striking. And then what about maybe bringing a couple of them together here? So we've got the lion and the giraffe together. Nice background paper just to show you some of the ideas that you can do using these items together as well. We've also got just the lion on its own, and this is using a wash here. It's a similar effect to what you would achieve with the intense pigment stains that I've got here. On today's bundle, it just gives you an idea of how you can colour these elements up. And then I've just put together another one here using just the bits and pieces that we've got. So we've got the background stencil here and the lion, and I've just gone ahead and stamped that using the stamp with some black ink, and I've actually used a combination here of the black midnight black velvet dust and also some of our gilding flakes. So if you're interested in that background technique, those are available, those products, on the Creative Expressions website. I'm sure the links will be below. Now, if you've got any questions, we are going out live, so you can feel free. We are looking at the comments. You can turn around and ask your questions below, and one of the Creative Expressions team will come back to you as soon as possible, or I will catch up on those when I've finished here with you demonstrating what we're going to have a look at. So let me pop all these products to one side. I said everything here is $19.99. I still think it's a magnificent deal. So just these two items alone are more than $19.99 for the RRP regularly. And we're going to have a look at playing with our intense pigment stains. So let me pop those to one side. And I will just explain to you very quickly about the lion stamp and the lion die and how these actually come to play. So you can see here, the die itself has got lots of embossed and de-embossed areas just on white card alone. The ring's got a lovely embossed feature all the way around. You've got the lion's mane, and I don't know if you can catch his eyes and nose and mouth. I just moved that around. You should capture some of the detail there just on white card alone. But when you then apply the stamp over the top, it brings a whole new dimension to it. So that's how the two of these items come into play. So I just wanted to share that with you very quickly. And how it works is you've basically got a large die and a large stamp that absolutely marries up perfectly. So you would stamp your image first and then line up your die over the stamped image, and you can see there how the grey rubber shows through those opened areas, and that's how you would line them up over the top once you've stamped your image. These cutaways allow you to line up that image over the top like I've done there. Very simple and easy to use, but very effective. So let's have a little look at these intense pigment stains. I'm just going to bring in a palette here with some normal tap water just to show you how this works. I've got a water brush and another brush as well, and a little bit of water spray. So I'm just going to wet my cardstock either side, because we're going to apply a little bit of water here. I just want to get it sort of wet and workable. It's not watercolour cardstock. We do stock that. It's on the website, but you don't need that for this technique particularly. If you're going to use an awful lot of water, you may want to. Now, let me bring this into the centre for you and just show you how little you need of this. So they come with almost like a little pipette dropper. You can actually squeeze the product out. So I'm just going to put 4 drops in there. You may want a little bit more, but as I've always said before, it's better to add rather than try and take away, because you're not going to do that. Now, I know that the rich crimson is very intense, colour. So that literally is almost like the sort of the neat product that we've got there. I'm just going to take a little bit of product, a little bit of water, sorry, and just wipe that over the top of my sheet, like so, just to create a bit of a wash. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this water and add it to the intense pigment stain. Now this is how you can start to see how far this will actually go, because you can add a lot of product down and you can see straight away as that fades out how little product, that's 4 drops of product that I needed in there. If I just wash out my brush, I'm going to go in very quickly and add some water to this rich crimson. Now I added 4 drops here. I probably should have got away. I'm going to actually put a little bit across to here and add a bit more water, because this is very, very intense. And I'm going to work up from the bottom up. See how strong that is? Add a little bit more water. And I'm going to wash that up into the center of the project and just swipe those 2 colors together there, just to blend them out. And you've got a really, really simple but very effective sort of sunset background that we've created there. Now you can go ahead and do that on any size that you want at all. I've done that on a larger one. I've gone a little bit more intense. I've done it around the other way. It doesn't really matter which way you want to work this. And I'm just going to put that to one side to dry, mop up the excess. And obviously you can use that as well. I could have gone in and picked it up with a craft paper, creating a background if I wanted to. And I'm going to go in with this little safari background. Put this to one side here. I've got some black color cloud, and this is our, I think we call it our midnight cloud. And I'm just going to use this one stencil, just pop it down the bottom here. I'm not going to mount it off. I know I should probably do as I say, not as I do. You obviously want to take your stencils down, but just for quickness, because I want to show you the effect that you could create very, very quickly, create a really nice border effect with this. If I just go over here with something like that, just to give you an idea. I've all seen stencils before, I know, but it just looks so striking, this sort of animal scene, savanna, safari, just going for a nice silhouette. And it's so simple to do, the nice background wash. And I'm just thinking, I'm looking at this thinking now, this could be a really nice DL card just cut across it. I'm going to stop there actually, just to create an idea, give you an idea of where we're going with this. So you can actually fold that and create the beginnings of a nice DL card with something at the bottom, and then maybe your lion at the top as a topper. So that's just how to use the intense pigment stains in one way. And you can use them in many ways. You can also, if I take a little spray bottle I've got here, and I go ahead and add, let's see, 3 drops maybe, 3 or 4 drops of intense pigment stains. Notice I'm saying drops. That is all it is. Every time you're using this product, it is just drops. And I'm just going to mix it together. So this is just normal tap water, nothing more than tap water. And I've added the intense pigment stains to that. What I've now got is a very, very intense dye-based spray. So let me just pop these products to one side. So I'm going to use that for the moment. I'm literally going to go ahead, spray my water and just mist it over the top. Look at that, just like you would a normal spray. And look how you can get it really fine, or you can go in and make it a lot bigger. Again, you can cover a large area. When that's dry, there's no mica in it, so it's completely matte, completely flat, and you get a great gradient or background technique on that. So that's using your intense pigment stains in another way again, just to very quickly show you how you can do that, mixing up your own sprays. Really easy, just a few drops. Obviously, the less you use, the lighter the colour. So you do get the opportunity to go and sort of and mix the 2 colours together. So you've got a red, you've got yellow, you can have an orange, and you can go anywhere in between those colours as well. Another thing, they will resist heat embossed artwork. So if we've got our lion stamp and we want to go over the top with a little bit of water, I'm just going to do a very, very quick wash. I'll tell you what, we're going with that really intense crimson, and we'll mix it with a little bit of the yellow, and we just have a really nice orange wash. So can you see how that just completely stays away from that heat embossed using embossing powder that we've got on our website from the Cosmic Shimmer range. That's just a white embossing powder over some white card, and then you've got that intense pigment stain will actually resist and stay away from that heat embossed image. So you get a really nice background paper technique that you could use with your stamp on its own without the dye. So that's something else you can do with the intense pigment stains. And that's not all. There's loads you can do with these. They really are effective. I just wanted to show you how you can use these two bottles on their own, because the stamps and dyes, you've seen loads of inspiration for those, and they're such a great price anyway. So let's bring in a piece of card. I'm just going to use a smaller stencil. So this is just to show you a technique rather than using one of the large 7x7s, because I don't want to spend too much time mixing up too much paste. So I'm going to try and get time shows. So I'm trying to, don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we've got a great offer. You know that all of the products I've shown you on that link below are just $19.99. I want to share with you as many techniques as I can, but I'm very aware we all have busy lives. So I'm only trying to take up sort of 20 minutes of your time or so every time, show you what this deal is and show you what you can deal with it. So I've just taped down my stencil onto some black card like so. And what I'm actually going to do is use some Cosmic Shimmer white texture paste. Yes, white texture paste, and I'm going to go in there and take some of this product. Now, I absolutely love this product. It's a brilliant way of working. I'm going to just pop it onto a bit of, just for quickness, I could normally go onto my craft sheet, but I just want to be able to clear away when I've finished going through this with you. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on there, like so. That's probably ample. And pop the lid on. And I've just got a spatula that I'm going to use for mixing purposes. And I'm going to go in with, actually what we'll do, we'll split the product in half. So we'll have two piles on the go. I'm going to go in here with, let me just bring that into the screen for you a little bit better, some of the red crimson. So I'm just going to go in with a couple of drops, just to start with, and also the yellow there as well. And all I'm going to do, a little bit like icing a cake, you see how intense, bring this up, how intense that is. That's just, was it 2 drops, 2 or 3 drops I put on there? Hardly anything. Really, really intense pigment. So these little tiny bottles, you can see I've mixed it, I've made sprays, I've made water washes, gone over the top of stamped images. I'm mixing it with texture paste. I could very easily show you 2 or 3 or 4 other techniques over the course of a workshop. It really is one of those sort of go-to products you're going to use time and time again. Let me just clear off that off of my spatula. Again, just for quickness, I wouldn't really want to necessarily waste all that product, but I just want to very quickly go in and mix this other product. I have got a little bit of red on there. You will find this so intense, these. Look at that, it looks like a really nice yellow oak colour, which is now making me think of chocolate. Looks like a nice fondant, a very particular chocolate I like. Right, there we go. So we've got a lovely, lovely yellow there coming together. I'm just going to use these 2 products just to show you a really simple technique using this texture paste white. You're making your own texture-based products here as well now. And I'm going to go in using a Woodware craft scraper. These are an absolute game changer. They come in a pack of 2. They work perfectly for an awful lot of our stencils. You can see here, one swipe, they cover the whole width of a DL card. So it allows me to go in with a product like this, he says. I'm just going to take that off the pot there. I'm going to pop that down. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my other spatula that comes in the set and just pop that down there. I'm going to get that across the top of my DL card like so. I'm not too worried now about the products mixing together. So I'm going to go in there, take that lovely yellow oak yolk colour and just pop that halfway down across my stencil. Sorry, I was covering over it then, wasn't I? There we go. I'm going to pop that one side. Just all of that just gets washed up with water, but you do want to put it into a bowl of water, which I'm now doing straight away, and then it's all covered. All I'm going to do is swipe down now and just let the texture paste kind of work its magic, because one swipe will pretty much cover almost the entire stencil. I know there's a few patches showing there, so I'm just going to go in, work that in a little bit more. There we go. And I am done and finished. Use that, scrape it off, do another one, do another 2 of these. So there's an awful lot of product there that I could use to do a couple of these stencil backgrounds on a DL size. So this could have easily have been the leaves. Like I said, I just wanted to work with a slightly smaller stencil, just for quickness, just to show you what you can do. We're nearly done, but I think you're going to love this. Now, these will richen and darken when it dries. It is a matte finish, but they do look absolutely striking on black card. Again, stencil, pop it in your water for washing with any of the texture paste. And then look at that. It looks absolutely great, doesn't it? That sort of colour gradation. Now, if you want to be a little bit more exact, I know I was there rushing, but if you want to keep the colours that little bit more separate, and when it's dry, it will look a little bit like that. Can you see the difference? I know it's subtle, but it will be a lot more intense, and you'll have better separation. It's still flexible. That's a great thing with our texture paste. You could go ahead, die cut this now, go over the top with another product. It's got that lovely little bit of relief. And that is all coloured with intense pigment stains. Without that, this would have just been a normal, boring white, which is great if that's what you want. But with the intense pigment stains, look at the difference that comes together with that. They look absolutely striking. So just pop that to one side to dry, give it an hour. That will then be dry, and you'll be able to go in over the top and, like I said, die cut it, colour it, do whatever you wish with that. Again, take up the excess there. So that's a few different things. If I just move that water out of the way, because that is always asking for trouble as far as I'm involved, and put down everything that is included in today's treasure chest. So we've got the lion from the Safari collection, the die and stab. We've got the giraffe as well. We've got the tropical leaves stencil, which you could use that technique I've just shown you. And we've also got the Safari landscape stencil, which I've used there just to show a really simple technique on that sunset idea, and a couple of the intense pigment stains that we've got. And just to remind you, you can create all those sort of backgrounds using the texture paste that I showed you. You can make your sprays with them as well that I've got here. You can go over the top of your coloured things with the colour cloud or any other black ink if you had a sunlit type Safari background. And we've got all those magnificent cards that we saw at the beginning where you can stamp and die cut those out together to create some really nice novel stamped and dyed techniques like that. So that's everything that I've got to show you and share with you today. As I said, the link below is straight to the Creative Expressions website. It will take you to this offer for all these products for just $19.99. I said it's less than what you would pay just for the RRP of the lion stamp and the lion die on its own is $19.99 is less. So it's a great deal. It's a great opportunity to try something a little bit different type of products to what we normally go to. And it's nice to have something a little bit special, I think, in your craft stash on a particular theme, which is perfect for holidays, or maybe somebody's love of big cats, or maybe it's a card or an invitation for a special trip to a safari park or something like that. I'm sure there's loads and loads of ideas, as well as wall art as well for doing freezes. Looks great for that. So $19.99, links below, and I really hope you enjoyed that. Do like and subscribe, as I say every time, and I know you're doing, because I'm seeing the numbers come in now, and I'm seeing some lots of you watching again and again, which is great. So thank you very much. You know who you are. You've been watching from the beginning. I really do appreciate it. And if you carry on sharing and liking this, it keeps allowing me to bring different products to you at some amazing offers week after week. But until next time, I'm James Hembrow for Creative Expressions, and I really look forward to seeing you all joining me again in the next Creative Expressions Treasure Chest.